Hey, I'm Mechanical Engineer, and this is my laptop cooling station. A problem that I have, and I believe a lot of people have with their laptops, is A, getting them at the proper angle so it's comfortable and easy to rat on them, and B, getting good ventilation to the bottom of your laptop to stop it from getting too hot. So in today's video, we'll be building a laptop cooling stand to help solve both problems. Now, of course, all laptops are different sizes, so you'll want to measure your laptop before starting this project to see if you need to make your stand larger or smaller. However, with that being said, the dimensions that I'm using today should fit most, if not all, laptops, so it's not a huge deal. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So to begin, I'm going to take a 3/4 inch thick, 7 inch wide pine board and cut a 9 inch section off the end of it. I'm then going to mark 2 inches down from the top left corner, 2 inches up from the bottom right corner, then cut along that line so that we're left with two identical side pieces. I'm also going to cut the front of both pieces so that they're 90 degrees with the top, just like that. Now, my laptop is getting a little bit older and is starting to have some trouble with overheating. So I went down to Walmart and I bought this small battery powered fan that I'm going to build into the stand to help cool off the bottom of the laptop. As I mentioned, it is battery powered. I'm probably going to convert mine to run off the wall current, but more about that later on. For now, I'm just going to cut out 2 1.5 by 11 inch long pieces out of our pine. We're going to take our first 11 inch piece and mark where it sits along the front of one of the side boards. We'll then take our second piece, and once we've positioned it just far enough back so that our fan can snugly fit between the two pieces, we'll go ahead and mark that as well. And once they're marked, we'll go ahead and cut out both pieces out of both side panels so that they're identical. Just like this. Now we're going to want to cut out a small hole for a power switch to fit in. It doesn't really matter where or even what side you mount the switch on, but I'm going to mount mine right by the back post on the left side. To make the hole, I'm simply going to trace around the switch right where I want it to sit at, drill out the 4 corners, then slide my coping saw blade into one of the holes to finish the job. Just like that. And lastly, for the pine, I took a little 1/4 inch board and cut out a 5 by 1/2 inch piece, then rounded the edges. This is the piece that we're going to attach to the front of the stand to stop the laptop from sliding off. With that, all the pieces are now cut out so we can give them all the solid sanding and then go ahead and glue and nail them together. And when gluing on the front piece, you're going to want to glue it so that the top sticks up only about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Now after the glue dries, we'll go ahead and sand everything down one last time to make sure all the surfaces and joints are flush with each other, and then we'll give it some spray paint. Now, of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I lightly sanded mine after the painting just to make it appear slightly weathered. But now on to the electronics. We'll begin by taking our fan and removing this little cheap stand so that there's nothing left except the 2 motor wires. Just like that. We'll then slide this into the center of the stand. Then screw it down with 4 screws from the inside out to help hold it in place. Next, we can slide in our power switch and solder one of our fan wires to it. Here I have a 5-volt adapter that I picked up at Goodwill for just a few bucks. And so after I strip the adapter wires, I'm going to solder one of the adapter wires to the other end of the switch and the second adapter wire to the last wire of the fan. I'm also going to slide on some heat shrink tubing before soldering them so I can clean everything up afterwards. Just like that. Now we can go ahead, plug it in and test it, and if everything works, which it does, we can take a stapler and staple over the wires into the wood to hold in place. And lastly, I'm going to take some of these Velcro strips and staple them to each side of the frame so we can wrap up our cord when we're not using it. Just like that. And with that, your laptop cooling station is now complete. So let's plug it in, pop on our laptop, and turn on the fan. Not only is the stand a good height, but everything works well and the fan is extremely quiet. I'm quite happy with how everything turned out, and I'm by no joke going to be using it while I'm editing this video. And there you have it, how to build a laptop cooling station. But hey, thank you so much for you guys watching. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, please feel free to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And Lord willing, I'll see you next Friday.
Thanks for watching, and please feel free to subscribe.